Okay guys, so for a while, ever since the reveal of Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, there's been a big question mark out there. Just how big and how to scale, quote unquote, is New York City going to be? Now of course in previous games, they always take liberties, and this is kind of how you have to do it in any video game really, not just Spider-Man, because you have to make the city a little bit more interesting. Now of course, if you've ever been in New York, you know that the place is huge, and New York City is a living, breathing character when it comes to Spider-Man. So thanks to E3 and a bunch of reveals of brand new footage and people being there on hand to play it, a user was able to take a picture of the map for what's playable right now and post it online. I'm sorry that I don't know who you are. This picture was just sent to me, so I can't credit you, but thank you for getting it to us so we can talk about it. So let's just look at the map right now and take this all in. So just by looking at the geography right here and looking at real New York City and comparing it, you can tell that right here we're seeing a very tiny part, and look at all those buildings that are spaced out. So right here what we're looking at is East Village, Little Italy, and Lower East Side, and parts of the top of Chinatown. And you can just tell that this is going to be massive because they want to convey that scale and size of New York, and honestly it looks pretty amazing. It looks like it's going to be detailed, and just by looking at some of the gameplay of Spider-Man swinging around, you kind of get the sense of the size and scope of New York that they're going for. And when you think about New York City and how much time you're going to spend in it and how big all the districts are, you obviously have Times Square, which everybody knows, but then you have Chelsea, or Hell's Kitchen as it was known, and Midtown West and everything like that, going all the way up to the top of New York to Harlem. Just conveying the sides and how different it's going to be. You could tell that they took a lot of time and effort and put it into this game, and I'm willing to bet that eventually you're going to unlock all of them if they're not unlocked from the beginning, and those distinct districts are probably going to have individualized missions and feels to them, which we really couldn't get before in other Spider-Man video games, because being real, you can only do so much on PlayStation 2 or even PlayStation 3 with the likes of Chinatown or something like that, right? But now you can do it, and seeing how much effort they put into it, and just how comparing a Google Maps view of this map to what we have is trying to match up, 1-to-1, I'm really impressed, and I just can't wait to see it.